Right, welcome back. Nearly finished. Pages 8, 9 and what will be the back page, page 10. So a waterfall. I've gone ahead, because they mirror each other, I've gone ahead and made up page 8. So 3 waterfalls. I've put a piece of, if I lie it down, you've probably be able to, actually, bear with me. Right, there we go. Now we can fit it all in. So that's 1, 2, oops, I've got something on there, and 3. I have got my base page, and I have got three cards which will make up the waterfall. Now I've cut these at 5 1/4 by 4, and I've allowed, so 5 1/4 that way, because it sort of fits on the page or on my mat quite nicely, and 4 down. I'm quite happy with the depth of them, because I think I'm going to get a good sized picture on there. Right, there are a couple of ways of doing waterfalls. The first one, once they're scored, and that piece, if you're brave enough to sort of cut a hole in the back and it will slip through, I find that one, sometimes I get it right, sometimes I haven't. So let's get the base on first, and then we can, I know there are lots of different ways of putting waterfall cards on. This is just the way I suppose I've always done it, so it's what I'm comfortable with. Right, I'm putting a fair amount of glue on this because it's going to hold quite a bit of waste once all the mats are on, photos are on. Right, I'm going to move this so I can see where I'm going. So I put down one corner first, and then once that one's lined up, then I can go ahead and squish it down. Just get rid of a bit of glue that comes out. Right, so that's the base ready. 3, for me, I've got 3 waterfall cards, and I am going to score these at, so along the long edge. Now I've done mine at 1/2 inch, and I am really sorry, but my fingers are going to get in the way. So I've done mine at 1/2 inch. You can do them at 1/4 inch, you can do them, which will give you much less of a gap between the overhangs, but I quite like, let me just do the last one. Right, let's move that. I like, oops, that gap that sort of shows between the different cards, hence why I've done it 1/2 inch. Okay, let's round corners. This isn't a necessary step, it's something I like. You could use a decorative punch, you can leave it plain. It really does depend what you've got, and let me just put the top on this for a moment. It really does depend on what you've got, what you like. Like normal journals, you can, it is very much personal choice. And I think as time goes on, I know certainly I've experimented with lots of different things. I've got a big box of decorative punches that I went through, especially doing the mini albums. Let's, first one, fold the edge over, and that is the bit that's going to be glued down. So you know, you've got an inch on the bottom of wherever you're going to be putting that. Now, if I'd have measured it correctly, I'd have been putting this one at 3/4 of an inch down. Oh, sorry, fruit fly. So because I've mismeasured, I've got it at 5/8, which is, no, that's not right, 7/8. So to keep it equal, I am going to take it down to the next, I'm going to square it up. So I've got, no, it's not quite equal. That looks about equal side to side. And it's going to be the same height as that one. Okay, now, is it equal all the way down? Looks to be. I'm going to make a pencil mark from the end in, and from the end, oops, in. I know when I come to glue it, I'm just going to put it very slightly over those lines. But I know that that's maybe a millimetre out. Okay, so the first one, like I say, has been folded over and burnished down. Now I'm going to just add glue. Yeah, when your brain your brain knows what it's trying to say, but your mouth is like, no. Okay, now I've got a bit much on there, so let's take some of that off. Okay, now I know that first pencil mark is the end of where I want it. And I'm just going to put it over the top, making sure. I'll slide it along a bit. Now that looks reasonably level. So squash that down. Now the second one goes up to, but not on, the score line. So it glues onto that bit in effect. So the glue needs to come up to the score line but not onto it. So get the first bit lined up. Oh, it's pouring down again. Does that look about level? Yep, that looks fine. Just burnish that down. And then the second one just goes up to the bottom of that one. Actually, I need two. Yeah. I'm just going to fold this one. So I'm just going to glue it down. We got the builders in at the moment, so that's what the noise is. We had a garden wall collapse, so it's like, blimey. Okay, let's have a look. Does that look about right? Yep, that's all lined up nicely. Squash that down. And there we go. Your waterfalls. Now I'd already cut some mats. I've cut these about 1/8 of an inch smaller than whatever you end up for your actual cardstock. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down. Same thing again, sort of slide it over until you've got it looking right, and then making sure I've got them the same. That's the second one. And then top one. Oh, blimey. It is raining. There we go. Last one. Okay, for those bits, you can use designer paper. I looked at using some ribbon, and I thought, well, I've got a load of this music paper left. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to use this up. So I'm just going to get it to the right length, and then I'm going to tear bits off it. So I want it about there. So that's the first one, and the second one is exactly the same, so we'll do them both on this one. That bit's not moving. That's about it. It doesn't matter if they're not exactly right, unless that's the look that you're going for, but everything is so precise on these things that sometimes it's nice to have. Oh, no, not even I'm going to go for that. Okay, let's try again. I was about to say sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a torn edge, but there's torn and then there's This ruler is a bit broken. I've used and abused it over many years. Yeah, that'll do. Right, I'm just gonna give it a bit of definition. Need a bit more ink. So that's one. I was looking for something to decorate the top bit with, and I've got a box, I'll show in a minute, of embellishments, flat back embellishments. Great big box of them from when I used to do mini albums. And it's like, whoa, I'd forgotten all about these. Right, let's clean that nozzle off. Move these out the way so we've got a bit of space. And the second one. Now if it does come a little above, use a nail or a pokey tool or something and it will just slip underneath there. Right, there we have page 7. Embellishments. I have a huge box of sparkly things. And Christmas is a perfect time for doing sparkly things. So let's open this one up so it's flat and I can work on it. Now I came up with a couple. There were those. Or get the other one out. There were that one. I thought, well, they both look quite good. That one probably looks a bit more vintage, but it looks a bit nothing. So I've got some coloured lint here. And I thought, oh, so I've got that one. I think that one probably stands out more. That one looks a little lost. So let's go big and bold. Scissors. So I'm just cutting a piece off and then just scrunching it around a bit. And that, oh, I like that actually. Let's turn it the other way though. It looks like a pair of wings. Maybe it's... Yay! Okay, next piece. I'm sure I will find a use for those somewhere along the line. This feather is definitely got a mind of its own. Right, so let's yeah, I'm liking that. Now while my glue will hold the lint down, it won't hold the decoration down. So we've gone for the glue gun. So is that about the middle? Okay, I'm just going to squish that down and then I can go back in after. Is this on the camera? Yeah, sorry. I can go back in after and just move little bits around at the edge after. So let's try getting this one on. That looks to be about the middle. Actually, that's quite offset, so it's... I might leave those bits loose. If I can get the bits of glue strings off them. Gosh, it's gone really dark outside. Okay, that bit is really annoying. Right. There's 8 and 9-ish done. I'm going to leave those bits, I think, for the time being. I might come back and do another piece after, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get rid of those. Last page. I'm going to do a pocket, so I've got the same base page as I had on the front on page 1, because I'm going to be using the same paper to put the cover for the inside covers. So I've got the same paper front and back. Okay, look. Move it onto there. Let's get rid of that bit of glue along there. Let's get rid of that piece. Now for this one, so on the front page I had a big sort of fabric flower. Oh, made me jump. I haven't got the same flowers, so what I have got are these little ones. So I'm thinking I am going to make a corner pocket up with the acetate and then put 3 flowers on the top. So let's get rid of all the tails. And all the little bits. Come on. That smudge on the acetate is where I actually tried it to make sure it would fit. Now I don't need it to be cut super straight, as I'm going to leave those. So, but I am thinking I am going to do something like that. So in which case I need to cut it there and about there, I think. I suppose I could be... No, it doesn't show on there. Super efficient, and draw a line straight down. Yep, as you can see, broken ruler, that hasn't worked. Alright, let's just cut it. Now I'm going to put the flowers on first, just in case I get glue on all the other bits. So, where do we want them? like that, like that, and that one over the top. Okay, so that one has to go in the corner. So I have got some heat resistant acetate, but I've never used a glue gun on it, so I know this stuff sticks to it, as is proof by that corner. So let's put that one on first. I do want it hanging over the edge. See all the glue squidging on the back. This will take some time to dry because of the acetate. Right, a couple of little tails on this. That one doesn't want to come off. Come on, gotcha. I'm gonna just cover this in glue because I'm not sure which bit is gonna catch, and I want that one to go there. Okay. And then this one, I think, can go there. So I only need glue, I'm hoping, on this part. If need be, I can go in and just put some glue underneath these bits where the flowers are touching rather than... So, yeah, definitely that way. If we have it going up the page a bit, up the pocket. Right, so let's peel it off here. I have never tried doing this before. I'm wondering actually if it might have been easier to have done it on the page. And let's have a look. The beauty about having these double-sided, these pages that aren't glued together, is that you can open them out, decorate them as you go. Right, I'm going to put some glue on there. And I'm going to see now that is going to take a while to dry, I think. Looks very pretty though, quite impressed with it. Okay, Right, I'm going to leave that to dry and move on to the cover. So let's put that over there. So we have our pages, we have our covers. Let's move that out of the way. For the spine, I've gone in and I've used a 1/4 inch score tape. You can use glue, you don't need to use score tape on there. And you can see on the top part, I've just mited the corners. This is just to stop the bulk. So I'm just going to go in and just nip off the other ones. Maybe it is. I think my scissors are a bit big for that. Let's try these ones. One. It just stops the bulk when you put your page on top. And this one. Okay. So that's, the spine is ready to go. Inside pages are, I'm just going to grab those and then I'll be right back. Right, I have my inside pages. No, I like the snowflake, and it goes with the front page. Just quickly run around the edges. So that's one. Let's move some of this out of the way. Okay, let's glue these down. There we go. I have so much stuff on my desk. I get myself completely surrounded by stuff. First one. And second one, or front cover. Now this paper has actually come up a little short because I've only got the one sheet, and I knew if I tried to cut it to the right size, I wasn't going to have enough paper, so I made the executive decision and cut it a bit short. Okay, which one? Let's have that one on that side. So all I'm doing is trying to get the same gap, top and bottom. Bit of glue seepage. Right, ready for pages. So I'm just checking I've got them all the right way round. That one goes with that one. They were going to be a decoration idea. They may make it in there yet. I need the one I put to dry. Let's have a look. I think it might be wise just to add a bit of card in the back. That looks really, I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, that's still moving around. Right, personal preference, I like to work from the back forwards. So we have got, let's put this in. Now there are a couple of ways of doing this. I've got score tape front and back on each part of the spine. You can, oh, waterfall's coming open. If I open it up, put score tape down there and then peel that off after you've stuck everything on, or I prefer just to go in with some glue after and do it, but you must do it and play with it how you see and find what's easier for you. Okay, I've taken the front one off. Now because I've put the pocket on the wrong side. Oh my life, will it peel off? That's habit. Oh my life. Well, it's a good job I noticed that, isn't it? It's got to go there. Right, I will find some stickles out in a moment. Let's put it on first. So we are, I don't know, let me zoom in a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. I am going over the top. So the back bit, which has still got the protection on the tape. And I want it up to the score line. Yep. I'm having real problems seeing the score line on this one. There we go. And then flip it over. Oh, kestrels are out again. I wonder if that might be the perfect time to put this on. Just a thought. hadn't tried that before. And then I know I haven't got this one lined up properly because I can see it. Can you see where I've gone off? And I'm pretty sure that won't. I'm going to have to live with that one. Okay, next one. What I am going to do, I'm going to run some glue down the tape so it makes it a bit movable. So that's better. Okay. Let's peel the tape off. Let's try this one with glue. Not that you're going to be able to tell because I've put those two in the same place. This one, put some glue on it. I'm guessing the glue must make it, like I've seen a lady always put stick, you know, the glue sticks on it, just to give her a bit of extra. Let's move the ribbon. Fold it back. Well, I have to say the glue has worked as well as that page. So glue it's going to be. It's a lot cheaper and less hassle. And fold it over. Let's lift those bits up. Next one. So, I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing here. That's my photo mats. That's got it. So for one horrible minute then I thought, oh my life, I haven't. open out all the folds, make sure that's stuck down nice and good. And the last one. Find the middle. So I'm just lining it up. It's very difficult to try and... I know the hinge is the right size. And just trying to keep it clear of the score line. Last one. So there we go. So I need to move one of these. How are we going to do... Ooh. Okay, that was a lot easier than I was thinking. Because otherwise it's not going to close. So maybe we put one... Can we get this off? I have an idea. I have a cunning plan. Right, those ones are not going to move. So I am going to, me, my mistake, I'm going to leave that where it is. I am going to turn my glue gun back on. Because I've used a fair bit of this, I can hide the glue that was underneath. I can scrunch this up and stick it down. Now that just looks odd, but they can't go in the middle. No. Ideally, I need one there and one there. For the moment, I am going to leave it like that and concentrate on this one that I made a mistake on. So, let's try again. I can't even see the acetate. Well, at least it proves this glue sticks acetate. Right. I'm thinking that's about right. Now I could follow it along, actually. That wouldn't be such a bad idea, would it? It wasn't the plan, but plans change. I just hate these little bits that stick up. I quite like that. Now, because this isn't going to be a pocket as such, I am just going to run that along there. And then so nothing is unless of course it's ripped, broken, but you can generally hide most mistakes. Okay, that one's good. Let's stick this bit down onto here. More glue sticks. And this bit needs sticking down. This is where I find I've melted. Let's put that one over the top. Okay. Can we get a card in there? Whee! Right. There we go. Now these bits, I might add an envelope, I think, onto the back. What I'll do is I will call it quits at this because this is now nearly an hour long. I've got to sort out what I'm going to do with those. I might end up offsetting and I think that's how we're going to have it. So that one will be at that end, that one will be at that end. No, that just looks odd. Right, I am going to go and have a mess and see. Right, see you all tomorrow. We will finish it all off. Done. All right, you take care now. Bye.